All right, and welcome back to episode 2 of the Lavz Racing vlog. Um, starting to feel a little bit better saying that. It's still weird, but we're just gonna go with it. So today we're just gonna talk about the bike, what the components I have on it, and just kind of where I'm going with it. So all right, so. Let's start off with the front end of the bike. I'm up here running a Dunlop MX33. I really like these. I'm sponsored by Dunlop, so I tend to run them. I used to be a big Maxxis guy, but I got these and I've been really liking them. So yeah, and then so the front brake is pretty much stock, other than I have a steel braided brake line. And that helps just a little bit. It's always been kind of weird on this bike, but I'm running it, we're having fun, and it's working just fine. I got the Acerbis front fork guards. All the plastics on here are Acerbis. I really like them. They seem a little bit last a little bit longer than most. But if you come over to the right side, I have a Hammer hole shot device. I just put that on there. I've used it at the races, my last race. I really like it, so maybe I think it was worth the money. It's a little bit cheaper than most hole shot devices, but I've been liking it. I think it works for me. Next up, I got AEO suspension. This is a local company here in Arizona, and they do a really good job. I've really liked these. My suspension has never been right on this bike, and I gave it to these guys, and they're perfect. I've had nothing bad to say about it. I'd probably go a little bit more in depth with it, with all the setup and everything like that, but I got both sides, front and rear, so yeah. Now let's come up to the cockpit. I got ODI front bar. This is a Country Boy bend, so it's a little bit lower, which is how I like it, because it brings me down on the bike a little bit more. I got ODI grips. These are really interesting. I've never seen these before. I saw them on their website one time and I bought them just because I was curious. These are off-road grips and I really like them. They're nice, cushy. They're not too thick, so my hand feels like it can grip on, but it's not being like pushed out or anything. I can still get to my front brake with my one finger and everything like that, and it makes it great. So over here, I got the Acerbis hand guards. Not a lot of people run these, or just really just hand guards in general, but I like them. Especially when it gets cool out. Cool air can stay off my hands, and I can ride for longer without my hands freezing up. But one over here, I have this Pro Taper clutch. This is kind of like their middle to high end clutch. It's like I don't really remember what it's called, but it's all right. I mean, it has what I want on it and everything. Like, it works just the way it's supposed to. I'm all right with that. I'm probably gonna go upgrade it to a hydraulic clutch at one point. Yeah, this bike. Let me get in this real quick. This bike is never done. There's always things I'm changing, things I'm adding, stuff like that. But for now, this is what I have. And this clutch actually came off my 125. That's over there, right there. So, but we'll get into that later. So yeah, shrouds, just Acerbis, simple stuff. I have a Decor graphics kit. I did have a front number plate that had my numbers on there, but I crashed and I broke it, so this is just a stand-in for now. But yeah, so that's pretty much the front end. Let's go into the rest of the bike. So we have a Decor gripper seat. I really like these. They're super nice quality. They last a long time. I've had this one for like a year, and it's been great. I love it. It was if you want to upgrade your bike in any way without doing tires, suspension, or exhaust, get a gripper seat. The seats are so nice. I added a little bump right here. Sometimes I like that keeps me stable when I'm really on the gas and I'm sitting. Kind of a 450 thing to do. But, I wanted to try it. And it's not a super big bump. A lot of guys take handlebar foam and they cut it in half and then they put it on here. I just bought this little kit off Motorsport and it's a little bit smaller, but it's all right. I don't know. I may not run it next time I put a seat cover on, but I don't know. It's all right. So the motor is completely stock. I was told that it had a fresh top end done to it and everything's good. It's ran fine for me. She's a screamer. She definitely loves to be revved out, but that's a 250. That's kind of common for everything. This was already on here. All this blue accessory stuff, which I don't like, is already on here. I just haven't got around to changing it out. The Zeta stuff's pretty good, but I just don't like blue, but it's whatever. So with my shifter, I have this airtime shifter. Works great, you know, there's nothing really right off about, you know, it folds and everything, and it was relatively inexpensive. It came with the rear brake, which I'll show you later. And yeah, so these flow pegs I had that were on there when I bought the bike, they've been all right. I may change them out because they're getting pretty beat up, but and then these darn peg mounts, I don't know why Kawasaki thought that was a good idea to put bare metal right there, but they did. And I tried to clean it up, put paint on it and stuff, but it never lasts, so I just have to run it. But so now we're gonna get to, so I run these Acerbis frame grippers. Helps a little bit so that I can grip the bike a little bit better. I'm not a huge fan of putting grip tape on my bike. I don't like ripping up my boots. I run Alpine, so I don't like doing that. So but going to the chain and sprocket, I run Renthal and a DID chain. I really like Renthal stuff. They last forever. I take care of my stuff, so they last for a really long time. And I really like it. I run a little bit higher in the rear. I run a 52, I think, which gives me a ton of torque, which I probably don't need. But, you know, it's just preference stuff. But in the rear tires, an MX52, same as the front. I'm not 52, 33. And I really like this tire. It gripped great when it was brand new. It's starting to wear out a little bit on me, but it's still pretty good. I still like it. Stock rims, nothing really to write off about that. They're pretty beat up, but now let's get to the rear brake. Nothing crazy here other than this guard, which I bought on eBay, which is pretty cool. I had to drill it out and everything, but I think it looks cool. Brake caliper stock. I did have a steel braided brake line to help with that little sensitive. I love my brakes being super touchy, and I think that helps a lot when you're the stuff gets hot. And yeah, so we'll go up here. Got that same Acerbis guard on this side. You know, stock kicker. This is the rear brake, that airtime. I really like this. This one's really cool because it folds and you can adjust it. You take off that bolt, and there are these little holes all around in the actual brake, and you can move it around and see where you like it. Right now, I have it the way it came, which I like. It's all right. It's pretty in line. Maybe a little bit taller than the peg, but I wouldn't mind maybe bringing it down just a little bit. But I like it. It's been all right. So I think the only thing to talk about is my coolant. I run engine ice coolant in here, and it keeps my bike so cool that it takes longer to warm up. But in the summertime out here, it gets to like 110 outside. You really need that better coolant so to keep the bike cool. And I'm revving this thing out a lot. It's been great, and probably the best coolant you can get on the market. And that seems to be about it. That is the bike at right now. Things are going to be changing. I have a new graphics kit coming in here soon, and but yeah. Oh, one thing I did forget to say is about this Motion Pro Revolver 2. Really cool system. It's really interesting. They come with different cams for the throttle tube, and you can change it out, and that'll change the throttle position. So instead of it being like, this is like halfway throttle, and this is everything. So it's a lot shorter throw, which I like. I like being my throttle super snappy. That's so yeah, I just wanted to add that in there.